Hello, my name is Jovan Ilijevski, and I'm a student, master's student at ASU, the School of Civil Engineering, Transportation Engineering in particular. And this is my applied project for the CE 593 course with Dr. Song Zhu or Simon Zhou. And topic that I've chosen together with Dr. Zhu is applications of enterprise geographic information systems for transportation. Um, Without further ado, I'd like to proceed with the presentation that I've prepared today. As I mentioned, the application of enterprise geographic information systems for transportation, or shortly AEGIST. It's a topic that has been discussed on the federal level, on the state level, tribal, and municipalities and counties that FHWA, or the Federal Highway Administration, they came up back in 2019 with a guidebook, AEGIST guidebook, that all of the latest series of that are designed to help the FHWA and the states to kind of migrate from to the enterprise level for creating, maintaining, and governing the data related to roadways and their characteristics, elements, and events, if you will. So, in essence, to explain this better, it's we spend so much money to collecting data on tools that, such as cameras, that are helping us collecting all of that data, and we've been successful in that, and we have so much data now that just sits there, and it's just redundant, if you will, without anyone going into analyzing that data and publishing that data, the results of the data. And so, and even furthermore, making decisions based on that data to improve the roadway in in our country. So HWA came with the guidelines that, in essence, they contain several core elements, which I would name a few. Um, First one, it's an asset-centric approach to creating, editing, transferring, and publishing data about transportation facilities. The second one is information on how to implement the enterprise data governance, then to define the standard terms and business rules, a database design that implements the business rules and standard definitions. Furthermore, a way to implement and integrate existing federal data standards, and then to create a proposal of a national roadway base map, which I'm going to be referring to that quite a few times throughout the presentation, and I will be using the NRBM abbreviation, and that's the NRBM specifications founded on the database design. So essentially, whatever we collected to create this base map, national roadway base map that will specify whatever we figure out from the database design, and at the end, a proposal for the states and their local governments, like I mentioned earlier, tribal, regional agency partners, and contractors to adopt the database design for internal purposes. So, in essence, that'll be the vision of AEGIST as to create a seamless integration between of descriptive and performance transportation asset data accessible to all user groups, the civil infrastructure management, if you will, to SIM, CIM or SIM later in this presentation, and to lower operational costs within the states. So essentially, that's the bottom line. We're trying to lower the costs for, um, you know, from planning, design, construction, maintenance, and operation. And again, um, to go back to planning and being able to have all of that available as a internally and externally as a available data. So just for publishing the roadway data in a manner of so essentially it's the objective of FHWA is to build this national roadway base map by constructing a consistent enterprise level deployment of a spatial data infrastructure at a state transportation agencies. The identified areas for improvement then will go through project development leading to construction, and like I mentioned earlier, a series of tasks increasingly aided by or helped by beam technology and virtual reality enhancements, if you will. So once open to traffic, asset management, maintenance, and operations, safety data collection, and performance monitoring, as we thought will begin. So that's on a project level, and these are the tasks where GIS technologies has dominance over over BEAM, for example. And so the BEAM to GIS interface is, as we speak, is going under development by multiple vendors. One that I can think of the top of my head is I believe Esri, and as a vendor for GIS, and also Autodesk as a vendor for AutoCAD, BEAM, and Civil 3D. They're working together, and they already have software, if you will, that kind of links both of these two softwares, and it provides better. However, that it's still on a project level, so it's project-wise. It's not FHWA has in mind to be as a broad roadway map, base map level. So it certainly it is a beginning, but however it needs more work in order to finalize this. I neglected to mention at the beginning of this presentation that this is to find it's not that it's strictly to make a point that there is a way to advance this this topic, I guess I should say. And so it's very beginning, and it's multiple agencies are working together with FHWA, and as I mentioned, multiple vendors are going rapid development with the conversion between, or the link between the BEAM to GIS interface, and also GIS to BEAM at the beginning of a project, let's say. So a lot to cover in this. This is just to give the viewer an idea that something is going on this in this direction, and so the vision It's like I mentioned earlier, it's a seamless integration of descriptive and performance transportation asset data that is accessible to all user groups via SIEM. SIEM being civil infrastructure management to lower operational costs within the state.